Most people don't live their dream because they give up. You see, it's not the failure that stops us, but that most stop at their first failure. Those who succeed don't stop at one failure. They don't stop at 10 failures. They don't stop at 100, 1,000, or 1,000,000. They say, this is my goal, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I will learn the lessons from any failures. I will learn faster. I will work harder. I will work smarter. And I will not quit until my dream is a reality. That's the difference between success and failure.
You don't deserve a victory without a failure. There can be no victory without a struggle attached to it. Failure does exactly what is necessary to make you better, to put you on the path at the right moment, to be able to build something from the ground up. And just because you fail, it doesn't mean that it's over. Sometimes you got to be able to understand with every step that you are taking moving forward, sometimes you will get pushed back. But when you get pushed back, you come back. You come back strong. You come back with the willingness. You come back with a purpose. Do not be afraid to fail. Failure is required. Champions cannot be champions without failures. You are always worthy of greatness, for greatness is within you. Greatness belongs to you. Even when you feel that you're at the weakest point, you got to understand that these failures are going to do exactly what is necessary to help you to build up, to teach you the lessons in life, to understand that you got to get knocked down a few times. And when that opportunity comes for you to rise up with a full heart. Rise up understanding that it is not over for you and that you're just learning something about yourself. You're learning something about your journey. You're understanding that no matter what, failure is required.
You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't. We all fail. We just didn't stay down. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. 12 years, but I got it. And then I got a master's degree, and then I got a PhD. And it took me 8 years to get the PhD, but guess what? On all my certificates, none of them say how long it took me. None of them. They all say I have the same privileges and rights as the cum laude and the summa cum laude. We all are alums. They don't have any special privileges. Matter of fact, I have more. I'm just being honest. When we did the little pandemic thing, Magic Johnson was on there, Steve Smith, and even though it took me 8, even though it took me 12 to get a 4, are you listening to me? It's not in falling that makes us failures. It's in not getting up that makes us failures. And you get to decide if you get up or you don't get up. Good. All right, my last one. Here we go. All right, mindset. This is the one. Mindset is everything. It all starts with how you think. Do you know there was a time that I could never be a multimillionaire? And I couldn't be a multimillionaire because I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. And everybody in Detroit told me, they said to me, Eric, if you're going to be accepted, if you're going to be affirmed, you finish high school and you get a job with Ford, GM, or Chrysler. That was it. I'm telling you, you from Detroit, you come home and say, Ma, I got a job. Where? Chrysler. Where? The plant. Give me a kiss, son. I love you. I started working with the Bob Proctors of the world. I'll never forget. I was with Bob Proctor in San Diego. I was speaking and Bob pulled me to the side. He's like, hey, how much you charge? I was like, whoa, I don't even know you like that. I was like, it's our first time meeting. You gotta get real into me. Like, you wanna know how much I'm making? He was like, well, like per engagement. I was like, I don't know, like 5, 10. He's like, 5, 10 grand? I was like, yeah. He was like, you should be charging at least 20,000. I was like, 20,000? He was like, yeah, he's at 20,000. I was like, okay. Went home, called my agent, 20,000. My agent was also from Detroit and was a part of a working class where you get hourly wages. And we've never seen $20,000 at one time. And so when she would say 20, they wouldn't give it to her because she didn't say it. How much does he charge? So she would say 20. They'd say 12. Yeah, 12 it is. Bingo, 12. I'm like, what did they say? They said 12. I was like, oh, okay. I remember, a couple times I got 20. I was like, where 20? So I saw Bob Proctor again. He's like, how much you charging? I said, 20. He said, you only charging $20,000? I said, you told me $20,000. He said, no, I didn't. I told you at least $20,000. When I say 75 to 100, now I promise you, I say it like it's a deal. Why? Because I know what I'm capable of. Watch this. I went from a worker's mindset to a thinker's mindset to a planning mindset. Oh, you missed what I just said. I don't go hourly no more. I understand when I finish doing what I'm doing, your people are gonna work in a way that they've never worked before, and it's gonna come back millions fold to you. And then I also know I'm bringing the anointing when I come, and when that anointing get on some of your people, they gonna leave here and their whole life gonna be changed. I know that's worth 75,000. It's the mindset. There are those of you in this room, you don't need another book. There are those of you in this room, you don't need another course. And I'm not telling you not to take one. There are those of you in this room, you don't need to do anything else. You are enough as you are. You just don't believe in yourself in the way you're supposed to believe in yourself. And it comes out when you're talking to other people. They sense that you don't believe it. I had to look many dogs in their eye and say, you don't want this. I'm running, I'm just running. You know what I'm saying? You go to these different cities, you just get out the hotel, you just start running, and then I just run in the wrong neighborhood, and I see a dog rule, and I just stop like, I'm not running, bro. I promise you, you don't want these. You don't want these problems. I don't know where your owner is, but you better hope they come and get you. I'm coming right at you. I'm coming right at you. And I'm looking you straight in your eye. And I'm telling you, you don't want these problems. Because I've seen too many dogs attack people who had fear. They could sense it, they could smell it. But I've also seen cougars, I've seen mountain lions chase human beings and they stop and look, and I've seen that mountain lion run because that mountain lion can sense in their spirit that, oh yeah, he not playing, she not playing. The world is not giving you what you deserve because you don't think you deserve it, and you need to change your mindset. Why are you timid? Why are you passive? Why are you afraid? You would have way more business if you call and make them understand why they need it. You're making it like it's an option.
We are just so interested in blaming everybody else and excuses because we don't want to take on responsibility.
How many of you decided not to do something because it was hard? Raise your hands, please.
Like there's no excuse whatsoever for not getting at what it is that you should be doing.
The reason most people don't take action is simple. It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of success.
So whenever something hurts you, there are two options. You can either become wounded or you can become wise. This is the choice.
Perfection equals paralysis.
In my experience, things hardly ever go perfectly, even if you want them to. Stuff goes wrong, that's just life.
And once you learn by falling on your face, that's how you learn. You learn by trying to create a light bulb over and over and over again.
If at first you fail, then try again.
When a child's learning how to walk and falls down 50 times, it never stops and thinks to itself, this isn't for me.
When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.